Sam, welcome to Bradford City. How does it feel to be here on deadline day?
Yeah, really happy. Was something was happened quite quick, but from the minute I heard about it, I was keen to come.
What was it that made you want to come and sign? You obviously played here at Valley Parade
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I think the club speaks for itself. I think the size of the club, the fan base, obviously the manager's a big attraction. Probably just the ambitions when we had the conversation and they were talking about where they see the club going, the infrastructure behind it. It was just, for me, it was a no-brainer. It was back up north with a club that has ambitions that probably align with myself.
Deadline day, things do seem to happen quite quickly. Talk to us about how it came about. I guess it's accelerated over the past couple of days.
Yeah, I've moved a couple of times on deadline day, so they can be a little bit hectic, but it was just a conversation with Exeter, a conversation that basically said we were probably on the same page in my next step in my career. And then from there, it was like I said, from the moment my agent got back to me and said that Exeter, said that Bradford were interested, there was only one place that I wanted to go.
You spoke about the manager. What of the early conversations with him being like? You mentioned the ambitions being aligned with yours. Was that quite a big factor for you?
Yeah, I think for me on a personal level, my next step in my career was an important one. I felt like it had to be right, and like I said, like it is being here. Like I said, the club want to move up the leagues, and rightly so, they should be. So yeah, in terms of conversation with the gaffer, he's been great with me. Said what he expect from myself, what they liked, and like I said, where the club want to go.
You've been a visitor here before last season. I guess that almost adds to your excitement now with the prospect of being on the other side of the fence as a Bradford City player.
I think I've been here a couple of times. It's always one you look for, just in terms of stadium and the fans and the atmosphere. So yeah, it was one that the whole team talk last year was about calming the fans and trying to quieten them down. So flip it around this year, it will probably be the opposite in terms of getting them right behind us, and I know how loud it can be when that's the case.
Do you thrive on playing in front of a crowd like that? Is it the kind of thing that you harness as a player?
I think that was a huge factor in terms of coming here. I like the atmosphere, and I like it being loud as possible. So like I said, like the fans, they speak for themselves in terms of the numbers that they get.
We know you're a defender. What kind of a player would you describe yourself as?
Yeah, I think I'm a defender first. I think I value the defensive side of the game. I think if I take care of that, the rest of my game follows. I like to play. I think in this league it's tough at times in terms of you don't know what surface you're going to necessarily be on. But yeah, I think the only thing you can only ever promise is probably hard work, commitment, and I think that probably sums me up.
Does experience of this division help you in that sense when you talk about the physicality of it and being rugged enough to deal with that physical battle, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's obviously well documented. I think everyone understands what League Two, at times you've got to fight for the right to play. And even if you win that battle, the game might not necessarily be like that. So yeah, I do feel like I'm probably experienced at this level now. In my career, I've played at a few different levels in different countries, so I've probably collected that all together and feel like I'm in a good place in terms of my football career, and even in terms of my life. I'm really happy with where I am at the moment, and hopefully that can transcend onto the pitch.
I was going to mention that the experience in different countries, different footballing cultures, Holland and Scotland, among other places. I guess that's helped you in terms of giving you an all-round kind of skill set.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, I probably was a bit naive, and I just thought it was you play one way. But I think as I've branched out, I've picked up things from different managers, different styles of football. Like you said, was in Holland, it was completely different type of idea of how the game should be played. So I've probably picked what I liked and didn't like out of that. And it's put me in, I feel like, in a good position in terms of now to kick on.
Out here on Saturday, big crowd expected against Mansfield Town. I guess you can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that's like I said, it's one of the biggest pulls with this club. So yeah, can't wait to get going.
I guess it all starts now in terms of the next year and a half, you're here, you know where you're going to be, and that first game for you is a case of putting down a marker and hopefully setting a bit of a template for the next 18 months and what we hope to achieve. Yeah,
no, definitely. I think that you can't hide from the fact of the ambition of the football club this year. And like I said, it aligns with myself, and I can't wait just to get going when that start will come. But I just need to make sure from a personal level I'm ready for that, and hopefully do the best I can.